you beautiful ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between. That was an intro. And I'm Jane Wild. This is my YouTube channel. Welcome back. Or if you've never been to my channel before, welcome. Thanks for being here. I am here today for a new video. I want to tell you guys a story. I've done a couple story times so far on my channel. My worst acid trip, obviously my first ever video about getting a banana stuck in my you-know-where. And today I'm going to be telling you guys about a time that I almost drowned. So it's not a very long story because the main thing that happens in the story is that I almost drowned. So I will just get right into it and let this story be a lesson to anyone. The ocean is not your bitch. You are the ocean's bitch. So with that being said, I was in Hawaii for the first and only time I've ever been there in 2018 August. I was 19 years old. So the reason I got to go to Hawaii is because there is an adult company. I'm not going to say any particular names of any company or any person in this story, but you should either be able to infer or use context clues and figure it out. There is an adult company that is known as kind of like a girlfriend experience type videos, and they usually take the girls on trips, either somewhere, like Vegas, Hawaii, or sometimes even out of the country, places like Europe, Asia. I never got to go to Europe or Asia, but I did go to Vegas, and then that shoot went well. So after that, I got, invited to go to Hawaii for a shoot. And basically what it was going to entail is it was like a 5-day trip, I think. And it was going to be me and the guy shooting the videos, just spending time together in Hawaii and recording some videos of just like fun, activities. And then obviously when we go back to the hotel, take care of business, do what needs to be done. The reason that we're here at the end of the day. So I was, not super stoked about that part because at the end of the day, it's like, I just didn't want to be fucking Batman. But it's a free trip to Hawaii. Not only a free trip, but I'm getting paid to go on the trip. So of course I was going to say yes. So we got to Hawaii. I'm pretty sure we were on Maui, and we were not on any other island, which no offense to Maui, but it was not an island that I would return to unless I was going to several different islands, but it's definitely not one island that I would choose as like a sole place in Hawaii. It's not super poppin'. It's kind of mellow. So we get there and everything's cool, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, so we're gonna go to the nude beach." I was super stoked because I had never been to a nude beach before, and obviously I love to be nude and I love to be comfortable and free, so I thought it would be a really fun time. So we get to the regular beach. It's a gorgeous day. I can see the waves are fucking popping. So we get to the regular beach, and then we have to do a small hike to get to the nude beach. It's kind of like this like pathway, and then we have to like climb up a little bit and then go down. And then it's like walk all the way across the beach until this little area. But once we got there, it wasn't super crowded, which was great because I do not like crowded areas, even if it's outside. Nothing's worse than a crowded beach in Hawaii or anywhere, but in Hawaii, you don't want to be crowded. You want to just be like living life and enjoying yourself. So we got there and there was barely anyone there. So we're chilling on the beach for a little while. He's getting like, some footage of me just sunbathing and chilling and being naked and cute. and waving at the camera and stuff. And finally, you know, it's super hot out and the water is looking fucking gorgeous. So I decide that I'm gonna go in the water for a bit. And he says that he is gonna join me, but in like a few minutes. So I, you know, run into the shore and the water is fucking gorgeous. It's a hot day and the water feels so warm. It's like crystal clear and cerulean and just fucking perfection. It's like one of those days where the waves are just hitting. They're not too big, but also like they're not they're there. Like they're fucking, you're feeling it on every single, you know, pulse or whatever. Like it's just hitting on that beat and the waves are just crashing and everything feels amazing. So I am like chilling by the shore for a bit, and then I start to go a little bit deeper, maybe like, you know, calf deep, maybe knee deep, but nothing crazy. And I am looking out at the waves coming in. I'm not facing the beach. I'm facing away from the beach towards the waves. And every time a wave crashes, you know, I'm getting wet, but it's not hitting my face. And what I didn't realize is that every time a wave was crashing into me, um the tide and the current was sucking me out a little bit further, and I didn't realize because I was literally just looking at the waves and at the horizon, so I wasn't having a concept of how far I was going to be taken out. So eventually the guy joins me in the water and we're just chilling, and he goes out a little further, so I feel comfortable to, you know, go out further. And eventually we're still looking at the waves, no concept of the beach behind us. The waves start getting bigger. And how I said before that they weren't that big, they were perfect. I don't know if it's because we went further out or if the waves were just getting bigger and it was windier, but those waves started hitting, and they were also coming what felt like way more frequently than they were before. Like before, you would have time to recover between each wave before the next one came, but now it just felt like they were just crashing like almost immediately after. So the first wave that went over my head, I was not expecting it. And obviously, everyone knows the feeling of getting water up your nose, and unexpectedly, the feeling of like ocean salt water going down your throat, and the panic that ensues. So I immediately like come up choking on water, and then I realize that my feet are not touching the ocean floor anymore. And I'm like, you know, wiggling my feet, basically treading water at this point, realizing that I have no idea where the ocean floor is. The guy is like, you know, a couple feet away from me, but we're like parallel, we're at the same distance out. The waves are coming. I flip around and I realize we're like a quarter mile from the shore. I think, I don't know exactly, like I wouldn't be able to measure it obviously, but we were not close to the beach at all. The people on the beach were looking like small little creatures. So immediately my heart like fell into my stomach. And this is an active situation. Like this is actively happening. I'm still recovering from choking on water and the horrible feeling of water going up your nose. And then another wave comes and it goes over me again. So after this, I come up and I just start screaming. I'm screaming like, help, help, help. Because I literally am 5 feet tall. I can't touch the bottom anymore of the ocean. I have no concept of how far out we are. I don't know how to get back. I start trying to swim back, and every time I do, the wave, I'll try to basically spell it, like act it out. So this is me trying to swim back. No, it would be, oh, how do I do this? Shit. Okay, this is me trying to swim back. This is the wave crashing over me. It's going over my head, so immediately it like pushes me down, and then that stupid current pulls me back. So every time I keep trying to go, it's pulling me back and I'm getting exhausted. So I'm screaming help when the water's not crashing over me and going in my orifices. I'm screaming help, help, help. Meanwhile, this fucking old man starts screaming help as well because the same fucking thing's happening to him. And he's not able to help me because he's also screaming for help. He can't fucking get himself back to the shore or even get to me. So I'm screaming, and I'm literally in that moment, I genuinely thought I was gonna die. Because as far as I knew, there was nobody, or like maybe one or two other people out there in the ocean with us, but nobody in our general vicinity. I thought I was gonna die, like drown right then and there. I did not think I was gonna live another 2 minutes. The feeling of panic that I had was so palpable and so frightening. I don't think I've ever been so scared that I was actually going to die in a particular moment than I was right then. By the grace of God, me and this man are literally both screaming, help, 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 trying to swim, getting so exhausted. At this point, I'm just treading water, trying to keep my head above water because I keep going under because I can swim, but like I can't, there's nothing to be done. It's such a high pressure, fast situation that's happening, and these waves are just overtaking me. So I literally feel like I can barely keep my head above water and I keep drowning more and more. By the grace of God, some guy on a surfboard happened to be nearby, swam over to us with his board and saved our fucking lives. Gave us his board to hold on to and then paddled us back to the fucking shore. When I got to the shore, I literally just laid in the wet sand and like, I don't remember if I cried. I don't think I cried. I think I was just so relieved to be alive that I was like definitely in shock. Obviously in shock. When a near-death experience happens, you're gonna be in shock no matter what. And I think it was just in that moment like hard for me to accept for a couple of moments that I wasn't gonna die, because I had already kind of like, my brain had kind of like adjusted to that fact that I was not going to be exiting the ocean that day. Mother Nature had other plans for me. But thank you, to that very helpful surfer that literally saved my life in 2018. After that, I did not go in the ocean again that trip, which was actually kind of lame. But I'm pretty sure the waves were just like too rough. We were supposed to go scuba diving at one point, or not scuba, snorkeling. And we couldn't even go snorkeling because the waves were literally too rough. And I think he was also spooked by the experience and he didn't want, me to drown, him to drown, a lawsuit. I don't know what his thoughts were, but he was just like, it's not a good idea. And I was not protesting because I also didn't want to die again, or almost die again. So, yeah, that's the story of how I almost drowned in Hawaii. And getting back to the moral of the story that I had said in the beginning, the ocean is not your bitch. You're the ocean's bitch. The ocean can do whatever she wants to you, and you can't do a damn thing about it. Thank God there was a good Samaritan that saved our fucking lives, or I literally would have been fish food that day. I was very, very close to passing away. And it's weird to think about now, like about 4 years later, that I could have died like very easily. But it also makes me grateful to be here. And it definitely makes me appreciate and understand how powerful the ocean is. And a reminder to never fuck with Miss Girl because she is not playing around. That's my story. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you liked my little story. And if you did, please give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Leave a comment if you please to do so. And I will be back very soon with another video. Also, please leave a comment letting me know if you guys want me to do more story times and anything in particular you would like me to tell about. And if not stories, then any other types of videos you guys would like to see. I'm definitely open to suggestions. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love to you all.